is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. Refrain, say they're saving the nation while they tighten the chain. Every screen keeps flashing fear in a different disguise, selling enemies and scapegoats while the truth slowly dies. A preacher at the podium, a pundit on the air, talking about salvation while they're manufacturing despair. The language keeps hardening, the lines are drawn in sand, and every new division puts another crack across the land. History's a mirror that they're trying to paint black. Every warning that we learned is getting buried in the stack. The names may be different, but the rhythm feels the same. A movement built on grievance, looking for someone to blame. Fascists marching in a suit and tie. Fascists selling fear and calling it pride. Fascists dressed up in a different name, but the fire and the fury still burn the same. When power needs a monster, they create one every night and tell the frightened masses who they're supposed to held high, mixing faith and state authority beneath the sacred sky. Not every prayer is politics, not every church agrees, but power loves religion when it bends people to its needs. White nationalism whispers, then it learns to shout. Old ghosts leave the shadows when the lights keep going out. Different banners overhead, familiar roads below, a story that the centuries have already come to know. Factories are closing while the billionaires expand, speculators gambling with the futures of the land. Markets shake and tremble when the world is set on edge, because chaos is expensive when it's balanced on a ledge. And every manufactured crisis drives another wedge apart, turning neighbors into symbols instead of human hearts. The headlines keep spinning, the outrage never ends, while the architects of conflict count their dividends. Fascists marching in a suit and tie. Fascists selling fear and calling it pride. Fascists dressed up in a different name, but the fire and the fury still burn the same. When power needs a monster, they create one every night and tell the frightened masses who they're supposed to fight. And where are the voices that promised they would stand, trading conviction for polling numbers they don't understand, chasing every shifting current, every focus group demand, trying to borrow the rhetoric instead of taking the stand. They say, move a little right, maybe we can win the day, while the ground keeps disappearing underneath the path they pave. Appeasement isn't courage, imitation isn't change, and silence feeds the forces that are pushing things to right. Who owns the stations? Who owns the news? Who profits from the panic? Who decides what we consume? A handful of boardrooms, a handful of names, building entire narratives to protect their claims. Not puppets on strings, but incentives aligned, a system that rewards whoever captures the mind, turning anger into currency, attention into gold, keeping people fighting while the wealth keeps getting robbed. Fascists wrapped in fear and certainty. Fascists selling simple answers endlessly. Fascists while the powerful look away, or learn the language just to survive another day. The wars keep expanding, the markets break apart, the propaganda machine keeps pumping through the dark, and the people pay the price while the wealthy sit above, turning fear into power and power into profit, and profit into more fear. The cycle keeps spinning until somebody says no, until truth matters more than the ratings and the show. The banners will fade, the slogans will rust, but democracy survives only when people choose trust. And falls. No matter how loud the voices,